Okay, hello everyone, this is Zach here. So just let me know is my sounds coming okay. Hello Tony. Okay, probably just wait for a few more minutes, okay? Sorry, a few more seconds, okay? Then we're gonna start, okay? So again, today we just do a quick sessions, okay? And the purpose for today's section is I think markets have been weakening, okay? It's not bearish. I don't think it's bearish, okay? But I think it's making a nice pullback weakening, and we want to see, okay, what is the overall information we can get in the chart. Is the chart currently is in bearish, or actually that doing a healthy pullback, okay? So I think personally for me, okay, I think they are doing healthy pullback, okay? Hello Cynthia, we can see your face too. Yeah, correct. Because I just finally fixed my webcam, okay? So this week going back to office, luckily my colleagues able to help me to fix this. Nice haircut. Okay, I actually cut myself, okay, for third times already. So during MC I didn't really dare to go outside, so I just fix this on my own. Okay, so okay, today we go through a few things. Again, we look into first the overall sectors. Okay, so let's look into Busa sector analysis. Okay, so hopefully my my screen, my audio is fine now. Yin say okay, haircut. Yeah, correct. Okay, so just do my own, okay, my haircuts. Okay, so now let's focus back to this sector analysis. Okay, so obviously the five trending sectors we can see is constructions, okay, industrial products, property, energy, and plantation. Of course, plantation slightly a bit slow down a little bit lah. So the rest is still seems like still in a little bit of bearish right now. Okay, of course some of them actually I think is very good, like for example transportation. Finance is a bit quiet recently as well, so probably it's a good time for you to look into that again. Okay, but today we just focus this, okay, this five. Okay, so again, let's go through the main index first. Okay, so we go into KLCI. Okay, so this is what I mean. Okay, so overall downtrend, okay, trend is weakening below 2040s. Okay, this is a few things we learned the other days, okay, in the 7-day series. I think some of the member training as well. So you can change, you can see a obvious change of trend or change of behavior is coming. Okay, so again we look into the type of candles, right? So for example, the candle is wider after some sort of like a downtrend, so it's a chances for them to make a uptrend. Okay, so in this case also the same. So we got like kind of widespread, okay, for these few bars over here. So I think this few narrow spread bar, okay, on down bar especially, so I think is kind of healthy. Okay, so of course in trading view we cannot really check the volume, but you can actually check from the smart ruby. Okay, so you can check also is the volume is high or low. So let's look into like FKLI, because FKLI they come with volume as well. So if you notice, the volume over these few days, okay, actually is decreasing. Okay, so but don't expect it will complete the pullback so soon, because after, you know, it breaks up within I think 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, from here to here definitely need a very good type of healthy pullback. So because the volume today is a bit high as well and the candle is a bit wide, so I think it will probably touch the 2040s, okay, and probably make a reversal from here. So okay, let's see whether we can hit back the previous resistance or not. Okay, so there's a quick one for FKLI. So just want to go through as well on these five sectors, because I think construction, let's do into Busa Malaysia construction. Okay, so for some of the members info, we're actually looking to improve some of the features we have in our dashboard. So I think Alif and Martin is working to add you know, the chart actually into our dashboard, because in trading view we really cannot see the pentagon for the sectors, okay, because it's lack of volume. So moving forward in our dashboard, we will actually include you know, is the construction sectors come with green pentagons or not, is the property sectors come with green or red pentagons. So we will show that in the dashboard. Okay, hello Rehan. So okay, as you notice, construction as well, I think they are, you know, starting to do a little bit of pullback. Okay, so it crossed 2040, which is pretty nice actually. So this is a few of the things that actually I'm looking for. Okay, so after it breaks, okay, maybe it's time for them to retest, okay, somewhere around here. Okay, looking for them to close with the with the 2040s, okay, hopefully. So property also, I think it's already second day if not mistaken, because there are few property counters actually I'm also monitoring very closely. Okay, hopefully members you'll check the Telegram channel. There are two stocks break above resistance recently and today make a pullback. Okay, so make sure the volume is low towards the 2040s. Okay, so properties, okay, downtrend, cross, okay, narrow spread bar. Okay, we mentioned about narrow spread bar after some wide spread bar. So seems like, unfortunately, like I said, we don't have the volume. Okay, so but the spread is still high, so I assume haven't completed yet. Okay, so probably like I said, you slowly heading towards 2040s. Okay, again, this are a few things that I think is kind of healthy things that we want to see. Okay, so example here, when it cross, okay, after some momentums, okay, so a 1 or 2 weeks of pullback is, I think is good. Okay, overall, right? So there's property, and then we got industrial product. I think industrial product haven't really do a pullback yet. Okay, heading to resistance. Okay, hello Mr. Tan. Okay, so industrial product, yes, break above resistance. Okay, so yeah, there's one of them. So this one haven't really started to do pullbacks. Okay, so if you want to trade, can, but be careful on the potential pullback. Okay, so let's see, energy and plantation. Okay, let's look into this too, because overall I just want to check the sector so that you know which sectors or which stocks that you want to focus moving forwards. Okay, so let's try energy. Okay, energy just started to cross 2040s. Okay, now at the moment I think they are still holding well above 2040s, and the 2040s is slowly, okay, want to cross to the uptrend as well. Okay, so if you look into like Charimin, I think like Uzma, they are kind of following the energy sectors. Okay, so there's a few counters that you can look for as well. Okay, so the other one, plantation. Okay, so for members or some of the friends over here, so if let's say for example you're not so sure what is the stocks that you should focus, like for example plantation, construction, okay, easy. Okay, you go to Smart Robi apps. Okay, hot sectors. Under hot sectors, you just click on the sector itself, you will have a list of stocks. Okay, so from there you can actually narrow down or filters, okay, some of the stocks that you're interested. Okay, so plantation as well, it crossed successfully 2040, so seems like yes, they are doing a little bit of pullbacks. Okay, again, we don't have the volumes here, so hopefully this is a good volume. Okay, so that's why actually Alif are requesting, okay, to ask Martin to include, okay, the sector chart into the dashboard. Okay, so moving forward we can see it clearer, okay, on the green pentagon on the sectors. So okay, now at least for me, property is heading to pullbacks. Okay, so seems like plantation got some sort like up buys coming in. Okay, so that's why I think today Tiasa is doing pretty well. Okay, Tiasa got some up bar. Okay, notice here. So remember that few things, whenever the price, okay, they cross 2040s, but low volume, okay, usually I'll be a bit worried and concerned because afraid there is a false breakout and it will drop immediately, right? So example cases like if you notice, most of the glove actually is like this. Okay, most of the time they don't really hold well. So what I do is that I ensure that we test 2 times. Okay, here actually can consider 1, 2. Okay, so third time usually is safer. Okay, so usually if let's say volume is low, I ensure the test several times. Okay, so I think Tesla volume is slowly increasing. I think can aim for white bulb, okay, for the entry. So let's look into the weekly overall. Okay, so weekly is still below 40. Okay, so be careful, let's say there's any uptrots. Okay, so this is a closest resistance area that we're gonna see. Okay, now let's go to few stock. I think few members is asking me as well. So first of all, let's go to Signtech. Okay, anyone here holding Signtech? Okay, yeah, today high volumes. Because just now after I checked, it's still low volume. Okay, hello Wong. Okay, just now after I checked, it's still low volume. So today is high volume. I think the pullback is yet to complete it. Okay, so high volume from here. Maybe you touch it's touching the 20 already right now. I think it will continue to touch the 40 MA. So remember, for Signtech personally, for me, I'm looking for I'm looking for long term, to be frank, long term to mid term. Probably I will hold around like 6 months to 1 year. Okay, because seems like I able to get, okay, somewhere around here. I cannot recall. Like I said, I've been holding this for I think 8 to 9 months. Okay, so now breakup ready, making a pullback. Okay, so if let's say the pullback areas, okay, volume, everything is still low, I think I don't mind to continue to hold. Okay, so here also got several COC if you notice. Okay, so there are few counters as well. Weekly chart is doing a very nice COC. Okay, one of them is Muda. Okay, members, please check this out. Okay, Muda. So here volume is still high today. Okay, so too bad. Okay, I think it will continue to retest back to the previous resistance, which is, potentially it will turns to support. All right. True property counters, as far as I know, true property counters is doing this. One finance counter is doing this. Okay, so hopefully this area will hold well. Okay, now this area we want to see low volume. Okay, we want to see low volume to ensure the support is nice. Okay, now this is a very quick one, syntax. Okay, the other one is EFOS. Okay, that one's EFOS. Okay, not sure how many of you are holding EFOS. All right, so I remember the other day we do talk about this. I think on last Saturday during our workshop. Okay, high volume cross 940 NS breaks up. Okay, 3 bars low volumes. Okay, 3 bar low volumes. Okay, so I think overall is pretty healthy so far, but I would never know whether they would test lower or not. They will break up to most or not, because I think I got lots of people is asking me about EFOS. Okay, I believe lots of them following these trades. Okay, asking me whether this one turns to go bulls or not. Okay, whether tomorrow will drop further or not, whether tomorrow will goes up or not. Okay, these are things to be frank, I don't know, because markets is unpredictable. Okay, but so far volume on the today is low. Okay, so this is what I can see, right? So sometimes what happens is that they will continue to retest back. Okay, I'm not so sure whether to retest back to trend 40s or not. Okay, but as far as low volume, I still think that this trade setup is still solid. Okay, it's still valid. Okay, it's still valid. So of course, this kind of trade setup from time to time, if let's say it hits some TP, okay, if you think it's good, okay, then you just take a quick profits, okay, from there. All right, so this is EFOS. Overall, I still think okay lah. But let's say the volume is getting lower towards the 20 MA, I might consider to maybe top up further. Okay, provided the sell everything is right. Now the other one is Css Steel. Okay, so not only Css Steel but others steel aluminium counters, I think still worthwhile to pay a little bit attention. Of course, some of them actually are hitting resistance. Okay, so that's why I still focus on Css Steel, because it seems like it's just the beginning of the reversal. Okay, but today also the volume slightly a bit increased, but overall for me it's still okay, because it's still holding well on this LC. Okay, so still remember we talked about LC. Okay, how you're going to use LC as support, and how you're going to use the LC as resistance. Okay, so in this case here, I think you can use that method. Okay, it crossed 2040s, increasing volume green pentagons. Okay, so of course today dropped with high volume. Let's see whether tomorrow, okay, it will form a low volume somewhere around here. Okay, so this is an area that want to see some low volumes, okay, to ensure that the side is gone, going back to support. Maybe they do a period of accumulations again before they try the resistance. Okay, a bit similar KSL. Okay, you can take a look into KSL. Before I forgot, I think this is also worth to pay attention. Actually, there's a lot that's worth to pay attention to. Okay, but just that I cannot recall most of them right now. So okay, for member, continue to use, I think best is that you use LC. Okay, you use green pentagon. Look back to the past 5 days ago. Okay, you look for the setups. Okay, or maybe 10 days if you are hardworking enough. Okay, so Ucrest, but Ucrest a bit too bad. They didn't close above the LC. Okay, never mind. Potentially it's a shakeout. Okay, so this one I haven't really entered yet. Okay, but this LC here actually closed very nicely on all the UT. Okay, but here it's dropped a little bit, so I want to see how the price moving back. okay, to this area. Okay, so just pop my alerts for the price and the volume. All right, so the other one also, before I forgot, I think it's LSOF. Okay, LSOF. Okay, LSOF 3 bar low volume. Okay, 3 bar low volume. Okay, so sometimes what you can do, switch to hourly chart. Okay, now hourly chart is in red pentagons, right? You wait for green pentagon high volumes. Okay, you wait for green pentagon high volumes to enter the trades. Okay, so what it means, remember in the 7-day series we talked about different time frame, combining daily and weekly, combining hourly and daily. Okay, so this is how we use it, because now daily seems is okay for me. If you check on daily again, let's do a quick chart on daily. So daily seems like we have a, okay, just a quick one over here, accumulation, okay, a minor shakeout, okay, before they breaks the gaps. Okay, so it seems like they are testing on the gaps right now, right? Make another round of probably a reaccumulation before they want to try higher on the resistance. Okay, now in this case, you know the background is good in daily, so you want to combine with your hourly to look for a potential momentum trades from here. Okay, so similar like here, okay, but unfortunately it hit again. So again, few things, just a revision with members, okay, in case you forgot. Usually in this case, okay, price moving sideways, right? If let's say this sideways here, you got few green pentagon. Okay, what is the thing you should look for? Okay, probably let me ask some of the members. Okay, like for example in this case here, right, LSOF, it break below 2040s. Okay, again break below 2040s. We know the trend is weakening. Okay, I think we talked about this during the reaccumulation sections. We talked about during yesterday VCP sections, right? It break below 2040s, expect some sideways. Okay, we test 2 times below 2040s, so this thing can happen in hourly charts too. Okay, example like LSOF, right? So what's the thing you should expect from here? Okay, of course the green pentagon doesn't really qualify because it's below 2040s. Okay, this one it crossed successfully. Volume is increasing. If you notice this first green pentagons, right, it comes with some increased volume, but it's not so high. Okay, it's not so obvious. Okay, so the next green pentagon, okay, the criteria is here, this, okay. The next green pentagon, the volume must be high, okay, to make a follow through. Okay, so remember, during sideways markets, okay, during sideways market, in the case like LSOF right now in hourly chart, okay, it keep hitting the 2040s, right? So green and red pentagon will be there. Okay, so for you to trades or maybe to avoid this kind of sideways, best is that you wait for a green pentagon, okay, maybe somewhere around here, that have a higher volume compared to these 2 green pentagon, so the chances is better. Yes, move back to 2040 also is a sign as well. Okay, thank you, Rayhan. So these are a few things that we do talk about. What's the signs to look for during the reaccumulation or during the VCP periods. Okay, so now for members or some of friends over here, please start one for me. Okay, if you can follow so far, please start one for me. Type 2 if lost. Okay, so I need to ensure that everyone is fine over here. Alright, so let's look into the other one, side part. Again, this is a few counters that personally I'm following. Okay, so some of them I'm looking for entry. Alright, so like for example here, side parks yesterday is high volume, so again today expect a further drop. Okay, similar as Sci-Tech, I think for those that who following me on Sci-Tech, tomorrow will drop further. Okay, but like I say, I'm looking for something that 6 months to 1 year from now. Okay, so I just not really rush myself to exit yet. Alright, good. So okay, now side part actually hit resistance. Okay, be careful on resistance every time. If you are aiming for short terms, okay, be careful on the resistance area. Okay, so gaps is a resistance, right? So it dropped. Volume likely today decrease a little bit. Okay, but again, I expect them to drop lower because I haven't really entered yet. Okay, for side part, so hopefully drop here with low volume, few days. Okay, and high volumes. Okay, so again, same things. Okay, you can apply the same methods. Looking into daily. Okay, daily is good. You aim for hourly for entry. Okay, so this is sometimes what I do. So let's look into hourly. Okay, so this one definitely is a red pentagons. Okay, So red pentagons, cross 2040s, high volume. So I think they will have a similar patterns like LSOF. Okay, maybe it will like zigzag here for a few days. Okay, hourly will keep crossing 2040s, maybe for a few days or a week. Okay, then you wait for the good quality green pentagon. Okay, so example like here, I think this is a few that having a very nice volume type. Okay, for the momentum's breakout trades. Okay, so you can do so, right? So this one, that's why I still park my alert somewhere around here so they can alert me. Okay, whenever they hits the price that I'm interested. Okay, so I think I covered the 5 counters. Am I right? Did I miss something? Oh, sorry, air rank. Okay, air rank among all, I think is considered the best one so far. Okay, again, in this video here, in this sessions, okay, I'm not asking you to buy or sell something. Okay, personally, I got losing trade as well. All right, so if you want to enter anything from here, please do your own DD, okay, due diligence, and study it, the chart patterns, and have your own trading plan. Okay, so air rank is another one that I think it dropped with low volume, testing back on support. Okay, testing back on support. Now, if you look closely, okay, again, remember this is importance. Okay, if you look closely, this is a complete shakeout trades. Okay, hopefully members, you all can recognize these patterns, because this, I cannot say this pattern is powerful, but is useful. Okay, I cannot say it's powerful, but is useful. Okay, so again, momentum breaks up. Okay, we got buying climax, we got upcharge high volume, right? We got buying climax, we got upcharge high volume. So usually this kind of things, this kind of formation, of course, either is that they will drop immediately, pump and dump. Okay, go down bearish all the way. If smart money are still keen and interested, they will do a shakeout. Okay, so few sign whenever they drop certain supports come with low volumes. Okay, hopefully you also remember. Okay, now be honest with me, members. Type 1 if you still can remember the setups, if you still can recognize the setups. Type 2 if you forgot, if you can remember. Okay, 1 or 2. Okay, because like I said, again, it's not guaranteed it will make money, but it's useful for you to learn. Because whenever there is a shakeout, because sometimes I still remember a member asked me, okay, Zach, what is the criteria for a stock to break out or LU? I don't know, to be frank, because I'm not smart money. Okay, I hope one day I'm a smart money, so I know. But usually, a good breakout trades, it will come with a shakeout. Okay, so remember, for those that who attended the Dr. Gavin classes, I think back to June, if not mistaken, or May, right? So Dr. Gavin also mentioned about a spring, right? A spring actually equals to a shakeout before before they're able to break above the resistance. Okay, so if you realize on the left hand side here, there is a shakeout. Okay, before that accumulates, make a big movements. Okay, so like I say, it doesn't really guarantee you that you make money, but it's useful. Okay, for you to identify these patterns. Okay, so far only I got 2 person reply me. Okay, Wong and Raman. Okay, so what? Wong say yes, understand. Raman say no. How about the others? Okay, I believe I got a few more members over here, right? So hopefully you all can recognize this pattern. So against period supports, okay, it break low volumes. So okay, if you realize here, it actually tried to goes back up, but it failed without volumes, right? But here it doesn't really give up. They cross back, breaks with high volumes. Okay, now we test with low volumes. Okay, so of course I prefer to see few more days with low volumes to see, is this is they are still keen or not. Okay, all right, thank you, Han. Bing Yin say 1.5. Okay, don't worry. Okay, because tomorrow I will go through the trend line plotter with members. Okay, that's tomorrow. So if next week, actually I already talked with Coach Alif. Okay, we'll do US market for next Friday during our member trading. So maybe the following Friday, okay, I will do back on the shakeout patterns. Okay, if you want to. Now, few more shakeout patterns if I can recall. KYM. Okay, so in this case here, air rank, it form a SP, right? In this case here, KYM, a former NS. Okay, but do they come with UT again? So remember this kind of patterns, right? After a breakup, upthrust, okay, it would take some time. Okay, it would take few months, okay, for them to do a reaccumulation, and sometimes during this reaccumulation they will do several wash. Okay, so again today's come with UT again, so I think maybe it will slow down a little bit, okay, for KYM. So but if let's say you're able to spot right exactly when the shaker is completed, you can get white ball. Okay, again I cannot promise every time, but it's one of the crucial patterns that you want to see, okay, in this case here. So if you look into like I think Centauria also, I think Centauria holding ball, okay, at the moment. So here, somewhere around here, NS, LC. Okay, so there seems like one able to push back again. Okay, so seems like still sideways around that area. This is one of the few counters that I remember so far. I think N crop. I didn't follow M crop because after the big UT I didn't really follow. Okay, so let's try N crop. Okay, so here's one. Okay, so this is a bit similar to KYM lah. They touch resistance for my UT, high volume. So again, expect sideways or maybe another round of shakeout. Okay, might forming again soon. Okay, so far I think Airang doing quite well because it's test with low volumes. How about others that I can recall? How about others? Any members spot any other good shaker counters? Wong, how do you able to spot any good shaker counters? Okay, so far I can remember one. Air rank. Css Steel. Css Steel very quiet very quiet. Against a lot of stock is very quiet. Okay, but just that Saturday I can recall all stocks. Okay, you're just again few things. Okay, you're just go back to the Pentagon screener, go back to 5-10 days ago. You go back to LC screener, go back to 5-10 days ago. Right, so this is still low volume. Low volume. Okay, January I think is nil spread. We're hoping they would touch the 20 MA if you want to look for low trades. Okay, so GradTech, sorry, not GradTech. Okay, I'll take a look into GradTech later on. Okay, Avantech. Okay, high volumes. After 2 bars low volumes. Okay, so sometimes you touch the 2040s, sometimes it doesn't touch the 2040s. Alright, so in this case, what you do? Okay, switch to hourly chart. Okay, this one doesn't return to red pentagon as well. Okay, but a good case study over here. Now this is what I mean. Okay, sometimes it drop, cross back, realize here. Okay, we want the green pentagons. Okay, come with some sort of volume. Okay, to ensure that they got a chance. Okay, or ability for them to follow through. Okay, so I think they are doing pretty nicely, but they doesn't really go back to 2040s. HPMT. Okay, HPMT today also jalan. Remember we talked about this in the Telegram channel, so I think like 2 days ago. Okay, so low volumes again, but this one also didn't touch the 20 MA. Jalan. Okay, so let's look into hourly chart. So all this few counter actually is good for you to study. Okay, for those who want to practice hourly chart. If you're back to work already, you're busy, you don't have time to monitor. Maybe you focus back on daily chart. Okay, so HPMT. Okay, if you realize also, remember just now when we talk about the green pentagon, like for example here sideway, right? So the green pentagons, realize here this green pentagon. Okay, let me zoom in so that you can see better, because again a good example, right? A good example. So recognize it and we focus. Okay, in the other chart. Okay, so here realize here this green pentagon. Okay, it doesn't come with high volumes. Okay, even though it crossed by the 2040, but it doesn't come with high volume. So sometimes this might make like a false breakout. Okay, if you realize here this green pattern come with better volumes, right, higher. So this one have a better chance, okay, to make a follow through. Okay. Alright, so probably I take a few more questions, then we will close. Like I said, today we keep it short. Okay, because I just want to do a quick updates. Because I know some member is worried, why Satex is dropping, right? Why EFOS is dropping. Okay, so So we studied the overall market condition because I think KLSE currently is doing a pullbacks at the moment, which I think is healthy, to be frank. Okay, I haven't really used up yet my capital because, like I said, 2-3 weeks ago, you know, when the market is still bearish at the time, I'm keeping 50% of my cash. These 2 weeks I enter few. Okay, so still got a little bit. Okay, so this is the pullback I'm waiting for. Okay, to be frank with you. Okay, so hopefully our chart we get more nice signals, okay, for me to do some quick trades. Okay, I'm more focusing a little bit on slightly long term already, mid to long term, I can say so. Okay, so like for example, I think Kim Loon's having a nice accumulation. Genting M, I think we do talk about this a lot of time. MBSB, you know, EcoSP Saturday, we do talk about that a lot of time as well, right? So okay, PA resources, right, they cross, but this is a up bar high volume that I'm kind of worried, to be frank. But luckily, okay, remember, whenever there's weakness, okay, again, similar things, okay, example like here, when price goes up, drop heavily, okay, we always want to see this bar to ensure there's support coming in, right? Similar like VCP, similar accumulation. Okay, so members, please type 1 for me if you still remember this thing in the revision class, in the tutorial class, in the weekly training. Okay, please type 1. Type 2 if you have no ideas. Okay, because this thing is very important. Again, now, few of this kind of bar, I mean, this kind of information is very important. Okay, especially you want to spot, you know, where's the nice supports, right? OWG also dropping, yes, it hit resistance and drop. I'll take a look into OWG too. Okay, so now this is the bar that is very important to ensure the downtrend stops. Yes, there stops temporarily, hit resistance again, drop further. So whenever they fail to hold, okay, they'll go lowards, right? Now this is what I mean. Okay, after it goes up, okay, usually what I want to see in order to form a VCP or reaccumulation, I want to see at least there is a 2 tests successfully. Okay, in this case actually it break below, but it seems that they are coming back. Okay, hopefully they, okay, let's see, this is the previous supports around the areas. Okay, so it seems like they are trying to complete this shakeout. Okay, volume still okay, but just that, like I said, I'm a bit worried about this bar come with high volumes. So if you look into hourly chart here, okay, this green bar come with high volume, but it's still lower compared to this down bar. Okay, maybe we'll sideways for a while. Okay, maybe we'll sideways for a while. If let's say you're focusing on daily charts, okay, so this is the bar that temporarily stopped the down bars there. Okay, here, right? So maybe you want to use this as your stop loss. Okay, if you're looking for a quick short-term trades. Okay, now if you are looking for long-term, because I know lots of members here are looking for long-term, make sure you change to weekly charts. Alright, I think weekly chart is not that nice overall. Okay, again, do your own study. I might be wrong. Okay, I'm purely based on the chart right now. Okay, please do not follow purely on this. Now, few things that I think a bit dangerous in terms of the weekly chart. Okay, of course we got NS. NS should hold, right? NS should form a support, right? So okay, let's put this over here. Alright, can you tell me what pattern do you see? Any members want to comment 1 or 2 things? Okay, want to comment 1 or 2 things. What do you see from here? Okay, I look into MPay OWG. Okay, then we close to today's sections. Okay, can you comment 1 or 2 things? Based on weekly chart, I'm purely looking into weekly chart right now. Okay, I'll look into chart. Okay, any members or some of our friends here? Okay, I'm not so sure whether it's my comments is a bit slow. Okay, now NS as supports, right? Okay, we got here UT high volumes. Okay, so UT high volume, most of the time 2 things will happen. It will go back to support sideways, shake out, drop. Okay, so some say, okay, Eddie say it's V-shape. All right. UT high volume. Okay, toning. Yes, UT high volume. Okay, now it dropped below the 40 MA. Remember, I think Sifufu also mentions when it dropped below 40 MA, you know, the trend is weakening overall. The pullback is not valid. Best pullback is holding well on the 20 MA. Right. So okay, when you say okay, inverse 2040 MA, yes, correct. There is an inverse pullback patterns. There is a potential inverse pullback patterns. Okay, gap up high volume shakeout not completed. Yes, previous support turn to resistance. Correct. Okay, so this is very crucial. And if you ask me, this is the setup that I always don't really like it. Okay, because the previous support, which is NS, now turns to resistance. Okay, of course I'm not so sure whether they will make a shakeout like this or not, but at the moment it seems like hitting certain resistance right now. Okay, so I think best is that you follow the daily chart. Okay, if let's say daily chart, sorry, this is daily chart here. If cross below 2040s, I think is you might want to decide. Okay, if you are looking for short terms, right? So there's a quick one based on weekly for PA. Alright, so okay, now let's go to MPay. We go to MPay, we go to Chapat. Okay, we go to OWG. Yes, fail NS. Okay, the NS failed to hold. Okay, MPay. Oh, still holding this one. Alright, so we got a same story. Okay, we got a big UT. Okay, so but this one didn't really make a wash. So you go back to support sideways, and another one. So usually UT two things. Okay, if let's say they don't do immediate distribution, shakeout will happens, and long period of sideways. Okay, long period of sideways. So I think at the moment still okay because the confirmation is not there, right? So if you are in this trade, this is for Wenyings, right? So I think yeah, still okay to go. Okay, great text too. Okay, let's go to OWG because OWG I didn't really follow today. Okay, drop today further to 40 MA. Okay, luckily today volume is getting lower. Alright, so still holding well. So remember, for I think Miss Wong, you attended yesterday's sections for the masterclass revision. So I think potentially this might be from a BCP. Alright, so here goes up one. I think likely they'll cross below 2040s. Okay, but as long as they are still above this few bars here, I think still fine. Okay, again we want to pay attention to the which is the important bar, right? Remember we talked about that. Okay, if you realize this is okay, this volume is not that high, but this is pretty good volume overall. Okay, let me draw. We want to see okay which is the important bar. Okay, so next time we can use that as supports, right? So this is the bar. Okay, so you just draw this line over here. So you want the price at least is above this bar. Okay, again, when the stocks turns to VCP, expect another weeks to months. Okay, weeks to months. All right, so that's why every time when it hits or reach towards the resistance level, best is that you take some TP, 50%, 30%. Now this is the things what I do because like I say I would never predict, you know, this stock will make a follow through or not. You know, like all the like scope like KNM, okay, or they will pull backs again and make sideways. Okay, in the case like OWG. So best is that whenever it hits certain resistance, take 30%. I think is also good. Okay, if let's say it drop really like this, at least you exit, no losses. Okay, you still got some profit with you. All right, so let's look into Chapat. Okay, two more. Okay, Chapat got some high volume. We got a UT in the background. This chart is a little bit messy. Yeah. Okay, so now this is line change high volume. Okay, remember every time that I don't know where it supports. Okay, I don't know where it's resistance. You know, the easiest thing is that you look into the time frame. Okay, the ranging time frame. Okay, like for example in this case like Chapat. Okay, I just focus. Okay, where is the high volume first? Okay, so this is like a high volume for me. So you just draw first. Okay, you draw first, then slowly you will understand. You know what is the information we can get. Okay, now here we got some shakeout, 1, 2, before it breaks. Seems like a false breakout. We got some uptrust high volume as well. another shakeout. So remember when I talked about shakeouts, right? I cannot promise you it will break up LU, but it's a good thing to have. Okay, at least the stocks got a chance to hit certain resistance. Okay, now seems like another high volume coming in. Okay, but this is the resistance they need to cross, KC. So far so good lah, so far so good. But if let's say it hits here, maybe it's your time, okay, to consider some TP if you're already in this trade. Okay, now TSH is the one that I'm personally following, okay, in plantation, okay, for plantation stocks, okay, because this is the one that come with NS. Okay, hopefully some members you'll follow these trades. Okay, so this is the area. Okay, we got a several T here, drop below, cross back, drop below, okay, and then a NS. Okay, so seems like slowly heading to this resistance. Okay, so this is a shakeout NS now going into the resistance. Okay, all right, I think I covered all. Okay, let's look into grad tech. Okay, again, remember members, finance also can look into. Also start to pull back, hitting this area already. Okay, the 40 MA area. So I think overall still fine. Okay, I mean personally for me. Okay, it breaks the reaccumulation. Now coming back with slightly low volume. Okay, so let's look into weekly. Okay, weekly maybe it's still a bit far from the 20 MA. So maybe expect another weeks of shakeout because now technology is not that having a nice momentum. Okay, so probably need some time as well. All right, yes, Tony, CMB is correct. Okay, so okay, let's look into CMB. Oh, today high volumes, slightly a bit high lah. Okay, so maybe it will touch back again on the previous resistance. Okay, so this is resistance with several UT. Okay, today volume slightly a bit high, so probably it will be like Scientech, not Scientech, like Wong. Okay, maybe it will drop. Sorry, not Wong, OWG. Okay, maybe it will drop 1 or 2 days, lower volume. Okay, back to support. Okay, so that's the area. And bank. Okay, before I forgot. Okay, just a quick last one. Okay, welcome Eddie. So this one just crossed this gap. Okay, so let's look into weekly. Okay, nothing much on weekly. So here it just crossed on the gap. Okay, pushing back. So I was waiting somewhere around. Hopefully it will make a nice pullback for me. Okay, I think like MBSB. Okay, almost close to 20 MA. Okay, not so sure, but almost close. Okay, now last one, KNM. I think KNM yesterday got a big down bar. Okay, so usually big down bar. If you ask me if let's say there's immediate high volume down bar, usually I will avoid. Okay, if you are looking for entry, right? Look into weekly charts. Okay, not sure you are looking for entry exit, but if let's say looking for entry, most of the time I will say no. Okay, because there is a sign of distribution bar. All right, so if you want to, you can try but follow follow your trading plan. All right, because sometimes to be frank with you, it might be a false signal as well. Like for example, Tan. I think we do talk about Tan as well. It give a false sign, right? So here, I couldn't shake out from this bar. Okay, I thought that okay, this is wide, this is high volume. But if you look into KNM is even wider. So that's why I feel not really comfortable as well, right? So so this is a bar I couldn't shake out, to be frank. So after that, I don't really follow. So from here, I switch to TSH. Taan still holding well. Yeah. So for me, if let's say you ask me, at least Taan is not like KNM. Okay, got a big white down bar at the moment. Okay, but also hitting resistance. Tony, I'm not asking you to sell or buy, but like I said, hit resistance. Maybe it's good for you to consider a 30%. If your entry amount is good, okay, you can consider like a 30%. Okay, because sometimes it might make another retracement from there or pullback from there. Okay, just like what happened to OWG. Okay, let's check the weekly. Okay, so the weekly also very close to the main resistance. Okay, again, not so sure whether they will pullbacks or not. Okay, like some member asked me, EFOS can become gold. I don't know. Okay, but so far I know that they are doing the three-day pullbacks. Volume is still pretty healthy. Okay, so that's what I know. All right, so with this, thank you for joining me tonight. Hopefully this quick section here helpful. You'll understand two more things. Okay, about the chart setup from these few days. Okay, so overall I think is most of the downbar can be low volume. Okay, especially a few of the counters that we do go through earlier on. So a few things that if let's say members want to take notes. Okay, is the daily chart close to trend 40s? All right. If yes, okay, if you think the setup everything is still solid, still good, potential to make a pullback, check out the hourly chart. Okay, if you got time. Okay, if you got time, if you are still at home, if you're able to monitor the stock for the market from time to time, you look into hourly chart. Okay, monitor if let's say there's any green pentagon crossing back trend 40s or not. So probably that is the one that you want to focus on your entry. All right. So with this, thank you, and I will see you in the next sessions. Okay, thank you everyone, and good night.